Ah, I think it's safe to say that The Sims 4 has received the most controversy in the series' history. This game was created with the expectation that it would be an online game, but at the last minute, the developers realized that the SimCity server was having technical difficulties and thus made the decision to cancel the project. This game has been unfinished since its release. Don't worry though, the autonomy, the lore, and the emotion system will be discussed later. This video is already going to be a long one and I'm dreading the editing. Before we continue, if you are not yet subscribed, then please navigate your way down to that red subscribe button and give it a click. Then if you could navigate your way to the thumbs up button and click on that, if it turns blue, that means you're successful in supporting me and this channel to continue creating content for you. Now, back to the video. No open world. While you can freely roam around your own neighborhood, you will have to load 2 times in order to visit another neighborhood. First, load the maps. Then, load the neighborhood and the lot. Guess what? If you want to visit your next door neighbor that lives in your neighborhood, you're going to need to go through a loading screen first. By going back to the first and second game in the franchise's history, the latest title, The Sims 4, truly shows how big of a step back it was for the entire franchise. Even in the previous game, The Sims 2 had a beautiful 3D neighborhood that you could stroll around even if you couldn't do it Sims 3 style. The Sims 4, however, will leave you disappointed as it only offers a basic 2D map view. Emotions. There may be Sims players who like the emotions, but I want to be clear that you are part of the minority of the Sims community. The Sims 4 has an emotion system that is literally a dumpster fire. Unlike in The Sims 3 with the mood system, the Sims 4 emotion system makes every event in your Sims life meaningless. You just lost your job, but had a wonderful meal? Oh good! That means we no longer have to worry about your bills or whether we will have a house by the end of the week, correct? Get away from your cat's death and pick up a book to lift your spirits? Maybe we'll have an inspirational painting of our recent dead cat to paint. No CAW. At the moment, you are unable to create your own world. There are mods out there like Archie who have created new looking worlds, but they are still worlds from the existing game worlds. And forget about the learning curve that you will take to make your entire neighborhood brand new. The lack of creative liberty in previous games that it gave us the freedom to design our own environment is deeply heartbreaking. The best you can do to make your maps or worlds look different is to download save files from other creators. You could also try building every single lot from scratch if you enjoy building. No lore. So, Sims 4, they tried to keep the story going with the Sims 2 and 3 by having returning characters like the Goth family and the Calientes, but what they chose to do with them is just like the rest of the game. Unfinished. They also tried to introduce a new household type called the BFF household, which had some romantic potential, but once you load up to lot, nothing occurs. They are all just acquaintances. Same goes for the Pancakes household. Also, what the hell did you do to the Caliente sisters? That was just a damn crime. There are save files that players have made where they fixed all their relationships, so I'll leave a link below if you're interested in fixing that. City. I freaking love City. From Pleasant Sims puts it probably in the best way possible. Missing features at launch. Fixed now. When The Sims 4 first launched back in 2014, there were a lot of features that were missing. Some of those reasons is because shareholders were becoming upset with how long it was taking to release the game, so it wasn't finished. And since then, 7 years later, we are still missing things that should have come with the base game from launch. Like the pond tool, for example. And no, I'm not talking about that stupid splash pool that's actually a fountain pool. In the beginning, the map view was black and white. Toddler life stages and the pool tool were both missing. Also, no hot tubs, which never made a difference to me, but the Sims community got pretty upset with that too. Heck, we even got vampires before we got toddlers. They're released on the same date but not at the same time. Still, no burglars. I hate to say it, but this could be the rumor behind the disappearance of burglars in The Sims 4, as rumor has it that sensitive players might be triggered by them. But wait, some previous Sims games had burglars. I believe that one of the primary reasons there have not been any burglars thus far is because the Sims games were created for a new generation, and having burglars or invaders in your house could make you feel uncomfortable in the real world. While I see your point, I must say that I respect it. No cars that are usable. In the past, the franchise's cars have usually been usable. The best example being with The Sims 2 Nightlife, which provided functional cars. The Sims 4, however, is expected to not introduce usable cars. There would be some sort of base game animation that could be changed and altered to match the addition of new vehicle models, but this is not the case. Although cars are not featured in The Sims 4, their absence was international. Conflicting emotions. It doesn't sit well with me. I feel like having two emotional traits might be a bit too much. But I don't know if having multiple traits is an issue. Let's take, for example, your sim is confident and romantic, and from time to time, it randomly changes from one to the other. It's not too bad though, it's spaced far enough apart to not really be an issue. Like one day she will feel romantic and the next confident. It doesn't just change all the time. Lack of traits. As you consider it, it is possible that The Sims 4 has more traits than The Sims 3. I'm assuming with all the expansions included, The Sims 3 had around 65 traits that you could select in CAS. There are 44 traits in CAS that you can select, as well as 12 aspirations, bringing the total to 56. The problem is that there are a good amount of traits in The Sims 4, but they don't actually do anything. These Sims don't show their personality. Every one of them looks the same because they didn't spend enough time giving each characteristics the details it deserves. Aspirations, too easy to complete. I have no idea why, but it seems to me that it's easier for me to complete all of the aspirations in The Sims 4. The challenge is certainly found at the beginning of the game, but once you reach the end game with fulfilled aspirations and your skills maxed out, the game becomes quite easy. No depth, no consequences for your actions. In my opinion, this is the biggest problem with The Sims 4. There are no long-term consequences to your Sims actions, and even if there were, it wouldn't matter because the outcome would be insignificant. It doesn't matter what they learn, they will retain nothing. They care nothing, and they are always smiling. In The Sims 2, if your sim was unable to succeed due to their negative life events, they'd go into a temporary depression where they wouldn't be able to perform. In The Sims 4, Sims never experience failure and they are not afraid of anything. Sims team don't listen to us. Over the years, we've constantly requested new content and features, and while I respect and understand the team has a limited amount of time, where is the new content and features we've asked for? Where are the actual content needs? It's been about 4 years since Sims 4 came out. Babies are still treated as mere objects. We still don't have any cops or burglars. Story progression and functional cars are missing. I'm not here to hate the company or the game, but where did the Sims go? What is the origin of this? I understand that very well that everyone does not want the same things. But when we obtain content, do not deny that a good amount is incredibly lacking. Whims, aka what the hell is the matter with you? Whims is supposed to serve as a somewhat replacement for Once from previous games. No honey, sorry, try again. Whims are so useless, they're even an option to turn them off. Whims are so repetitive and every sim cycles through the same ones too. For example, if you have a sim with a creative trait, you might get a whim to paint a picture, amongst the more useless ones like buy some headphones, stupid fitness stuff. Babies are objects. Now, I don't actually give a damn about having immersive babies in The Sims 4. I'm not a kids person in real life. The only kid I've ever wanted to hold and play with is my best friend's baby, but that's only because if he does something I don't like, I can tell him off of it. The game is certainly missing something. I can't say I hate it, but it isn't my favorite. But at the end of the day, we are grateful for the hard work that went into making The Sims 4. I know this video highlights the negative aspects of The Sims 4, but I still hope you enjoy it. Additionally, if you agree with any of the points we discussed or anything you wanted to add, please enter your thoughts in the comment section below. That was all that I could find on the internet. Check out one of our newest videos here. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more videos about your favorite Sims games. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.